I'm Beth, and I have a story about my great-great-great-great-grandfather, Samuel Maggard. The story's a bit short, but it's one that I'd never heard before, and I wanted to share it. In the early 1700s, Samuel's great-grandfather, Hans Maggard, came over from Germany to America. He was the first of our family to come to America. He first settled in Pennsylvania, and then he later moved to the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, where he worked several odd jobs. He also helped to furnish supplies for the army during the Revolutionary War. Now, Hans had two sons, David and Samuel. Samuel had three sons, Christian, William, and John. John's son, Samuel, is my great-great-great-great-grandfather. There's this really cute story that I'd always heard that I loved, and it was about Samuel and his wife. That it said that they met on a boat coming over to America, but I just recently found out that it's not true. They were both already in America when they met. They were working on the same farm as indentured servants. Neither one of them could understand each other. They spoke different languages, but despite this, they still ended up married. The farm that they were working on belonged to an English lord who had been granted several thousand acres of land in Virginia. Some years later, this English lord decides to go back to England, and he had become rather fond of Rebecca and Samuel, and he decided to leave them everything, including a slave named Moses. For whatever reason, Samuel and Rebecca decided to move from Virginia to Kentucky. They had originally planned to move to the Bluegrass region, but their plans didn't work out this way. They ended up coming through the Cumberland Gap and settling in Cumberland. The trip was pretty rough. They even had to make their own road along the way. Sometime on the trip, they had set up camp near a river. One day, their youngest son, Henry, was playing near the river, and he had fallen in. The slave Moses jumped in to save Henry, and Samuel and Rebecca were so grateful to Moses that once they had made it to Cumberland and settled, they gave Moses some land of his own, and they also freed him. Years later, when Samuel and Rebecca had their last son, they named him Moses, after the man who saved Henry. I thought that was really amazing that they did that. That they freed this slave and even named a child after him. Rebecca and Samuel ended up having 12 children, and the family became so large that I am descended from Samuel and Rebecca on both sides of my family through my mom and my dad. So that's my story, and like I said, it was a bit short, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.